Hey moo-moo, are you relaxing in the shade? Is it comfy? Hey everyone, Aja here from Panda Monium. It's a beautiful day here in Flagstaff, Arizona. I have a DIY project that I'm going to work on today. It is an extend-a-stay, but it's more of a DIY extend-a-stay. You can buy the extend-a-stays. I've bought the parts.
Hi, I'm Ed, and I'm here to install the extend-a-stay today. Oh yeah!
The key to the job is the dog bed.
Yep, that way you have someplace cushion to be on.
It doesn't have a latch.
First, I'll shut your propane off.
Oh, let me cut my fridge off too. So we just cut off the propane and I'm just making sure all the appliances are off. Unfortunately, this does not have the clip, so we just taped it up for now, so it'll be out of the way. Ed has done this to his rig before. Do you have it on video? No?
No, I actually bought my rig with it already done.
Oh, okay.
But this is exactly what I would have done.
Right.
Okay, so this hose,
That's the main hose?
It does not spin. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why you have to take the other end off.
Set.
We're going to spin this whole thing.
Okay.
So, let's see here.
Because the actual piece is going to go in between that, right? And the valve.
Yes. Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll just take out this and then put it back in. Reverse threads. Yep, good old propane.
And I do have
the threads are backwards.
Right, I do have the propane tape or the gas tape.
I have all that right here.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yep.
I have some too.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I need to take this fitting out. And then I need to put it into the rest of our stuff. So, I'm going to attempt to hold this with this wrench. And then I'm going to take the 11/16. And maybe I can get a better bite.
Wait, well, why don't I hold one end? Okay, so that one got tore up a bit, so we'll have to buy a new one of those.
Let's see. Okay, so first we have our hose. So they're both 1/4 inch. Or actually, yeah, 1/4 inch. And so what we're going to do is get out all of our parts. And we're going to go from 1/4 to 3/8 because 3/8 was the size of the gas valve. It's going to go together like this. I'll just do a quick dry fitting so you can see what it's going to look like. We're going to put that in there. If you buy a 1/4 inch T and you're able to find a 1/4 inch gas valve, you don't have to transition from 1/4 inch to 3/8. But 3/8 was the smallest gas valve we could find at the time because we bought all this stuff in Brawley, California, which is the middle of nowhere. Here's how the whole thing's going to go together. Okay, it's going to be like that, and then our gas valve will be out here, and then your hose will be out here.
Okay.
All threads, when you wrap them, go clockwise. Okay, so if I put it on just like that, after I get the first one started, I can just go around and around until I'm 4 times. Stop, pull it, press the Teflon in. Yeah, this stuff, once it gets folded or does anything weird, you're better just start with a new piece. Okay, so we're going to go around once, twice, 3 times, 4. Now I have 4 full wraps, and the best part about it being wrapped clockwise is that when I turn this to tighten it, it won't unravel the tape. If I was to have wound it the other way, as you tighten it, it'll unwind the tape. Everything on. I like to get all my fittings taped ahead of time. That way, when it comes time to put them all back together, you don't have to stop and wrap each and every one. I used to install HVAC, and we try to only involve ourselves in working in one area one time. We try not to go back to that area again, so we try to be smart about the way we do most of this. Okay, so now I need, let's see, it's going to be reducer there. Okay, Reducer going back to quarter. This is going to be our coupler here, and then missing a reducer. We needed 3. We need 1 for here.
Well, sometimes you don't always have the parts that you think you need, so we're going to run into the hardware store and grab. We need 1 more reducer, and also we're going to just go ahead and replace this one since it got a little nicked up.
Bunged.
Yeah, it might as well just go ahead and buy a new one and be done with it. So we made it to the local hardware store, and now we're in plumbing, looking for it. Alright, we got both parts that we needed. We've got this right here.
Yep.
And then, oops, that's backwards. So it's like that. And then we have the reducer with the other one that we already taped off in there. So all we have to do is tape off this one and the end of this one right here.
That on there to help me hold the piece, just like this. And we're going to take this one.
So since this one, it has a seal that it goes into, we don't need to tape this one off because there's a rubber seal or gasket in there.
Right.
We are ready to put everything together.
All of our reducers in first. And I may have to go back and grab a wrench.
Okay.
In fact,
I have some wrenches right over there if we need any.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's go over there because I'm gonna put an exact box wrench on this.
Okay. Michelle has a vise hooked to the front of her rig, so we're gonna use that.
Use it to our advantage.
To tighten everything up. Nice. We're having to use an adjustable crescent wrench because the other wrenches weren't fitting for some reason.
Yeah, they didn't pay attention to make sure that the wrenches could actually fit. It's too big. They put some kind of coating on it. Okay. And last but not least, this one. Sorry, I'm blocking you. Okay. Yep.
Awesome.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we got it. Thank you. So we had to take one of the reducers out because we forgot this goes in and then the valve goes in and then the reducer. So we've got it all set up right now.
Just like that. Okay. Okay, now I'm tightening the gas valve into the T.
This vise is awesome.
Yep.
Here we go.
I'm gonna leave it out here until you guys are done with it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Michelle.
Now the reducer is going on.
Yep. Goes in right here.
This is a homemade made extended stay.
Saving about 50 bucks.
Sorry. Because of that stuff.
Okay, we are in. What we've got here is, I've got this all put together. This part right here goes into the main tank. This is going to go to her pressure regulator that regulates the entire RV. And then this is going to stick straight out with a hose on it so that she can hook it into a propane bottle and then transfer propane into the main tank. Or if the main tank's full and you want to fill a 5-gallon bottle, you can actually do that by flipping the bottle upside down, letting the straight liquid go out of the tank into your smaller bottle. So now we're going to go put this on. Now, this gets threaded into here. It is the compression fitting that the hose actually fits into.
Okay.
Yep. And then the hose
Just screws on.
just threads in. Yep, straight away. Oops, I said straight away. Okay, there we go. All right.
Can we hold that?
Yeah. Wondering how this is gonna sit with this closed. What do you think about that? I'm tightening in this.
Fitting?
Yeah, I'm tightening in the 1/4-inch nipple.
Okay. So we took this off so we can get the regulator on. And then connect this end, and then finally the other end.
So now we're tightening on the hose. This is what connects the house to the tank, is the actual hose. Okay, that's on. And now it's time to tighten this.
Too bad this isn't a quick connect. So you could just pop the hose on and on and off.
You probably could make one. So we want to be down a little more. Like that. And then I would say what we'll do is we'll run this up and we'll tie your hose up here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to leak test. And we're going to make sure that our extended stay valve is off. We're going to turn the main tank on. And we're going to spray all these down with a little bit of soapy water. And what we're looking for are bubbles being blown.
Oh, right there. So that's what we're talking about right there.
Yep.
There's a bubble.
That's the one that gave me the hardest time tightening too.
Okay, so we can take it off and retighten it.
Yep.
Well,
So I'm going to take it off here and at the hose, and we'll just take the whole thing over
to the vise. Okay.
Yeah, if I didn't let that propane out, these fittings would have been hard to take apart because of the pressure holding them together. Oops, wrong way. We got a full 360 revolution out of that, so we're gonna go see if that did it. I think it will. Okay, that's on and tight. Hook the hose back up.
Yeah. All right, let's check for more leaks.
No leaks, no leaks, no leaks. No whammies.
Still. Yeah.
It's a bad fitting. If I tighten it anymore, it's going to break. So, it looks like It is coming from the reducer.
So we're having a problem with that reducer. That's where we're getting the leak. So we're going to take that reducer off and then retape everything. If not, then the reducer might be bad and we might have to buy a new one. I did have that reducer for a while, so I don't know if it got dinged up or not. But well, we'll try one more time and see if it works. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that we can get it tightened up where there's no leaks. If not, I can run into town and grab another one.
This is leaking, and I had 4 wraps of tape on it.
Right here. I think it might just be bad because right there, see how it goes in a little bit?
Yeah.
It just looks like it's not. And this is
It may not be truly round.
Right, this is copper where the other ones were brass.
Right, and the copper is going to be a little bit softer, I believe.
Yeah, so we might just have to go get another fitting, unfortunately. I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is actually made for the gas lines. It's a specific one, it's yellow. You don't want to use the white one for plumbing. Definitely want to have this. You know, and we haven't even tested this one yet either. And this one is the copper one too.
I tested it.
No, you can't test it. It's on this side of the valve.
Oh, you're right.
Until we get it hooked up.
You're right. Just give it a little extra.
Extra, read all about it.
There we go.
Okay.
And now this one has... Oops.
Got it?
Just trying to get it started very, very straight. That hose don't get off. Oops.
Here, let me hold that.
Does it hold air?
No, we have a bad. I think we have a bad reducer because they're copper fittings.
Yeah, the
Instead
ones
of
I got
brass.
in California.
So that's about where we were. I'm gonna try and go one more.
Okay.
Let's just see if we can make it happen. I'm gonna have to just do short bursts on this. Oh, well, let's finish using that. It's a problem with crescent wrenches. They slip open.
That's it right there.
That is another full turn.
Okay,
All right.
let's pray for the best. Okay, we're gonna put it in and see if it works this time. Fingers crossed. Turn the gas back on.
Spray that one up there too, just for the hell of it.
Still leaking.
It's a bad fitting, positively.
Check the other fitting. Really good. Yep, that copper fitting's working fine.
Yep.
So we do have to replace that fitting. Crapola. Well, since that fitting is not working, we're gonna have to continue this tomorrow. And actually, there's 2 copper fittings. This one here and then the one down there. So I'm gonna have those both replaced because I just don't trust them. Well, it is the next day and the propane was put back to its original state because I had to run my refrigerator. I didn't want to leave it off for a whole day. And so now we're going to take it apart and get everything situated. We just came back from town where we bought the parts that we needed. So here's what we purchased. Got 2 reducers, an L, and then a quick disconnect. This is not necessary, but I just wanted to be able to disconnect the hose. So I did buy this and it was about $45. So that's an expensive buy, but I wanted to be able to remove the hose and not just leave it on. And this is what we have right now. So one of the reducers goes here, the elbow goes down here where the hose is, and then the quick disconnect goes after that, and then a reducer. And he's got the hose off. Nice. There's one extra piece, and it's the nipple right there that connects the 2 together. But I already had that, so we didn't have to pick that up. Now time to reassemble everything and tighten everything down.
So the parts you're going to need are your propane connection to go to the tank.
We replaced that because
it got chewed up.
yeah.
You're going to need a T so that you can come off with your gas valve, and it depends on what size plumbing you have in your RV, and it depends on what size gas valve you buy as to if you're going to need reducers or not. Since we were using a 1/4-inch system and the only gas valves we could find that are proper gas valve are in 3/8, that's why we ended up jumping up in size.
Yeah, and we did the 2 reducers on this side, one here and one there, and then there's a little nipple connector there and a nipple connector here.
And this is what's called a street elbow, so it's threaded on one side, it's male on one side, female on the other. So that saved an extra fitting.
And then this is optional. This is the quick connect. You don't have to have this, you can just have your hose,
right.
But I want to be able to disconnect the hose, so that's why I put the quick connect on
Exactly,
there.
you pull this back and then you plug your hose in, and then she
Right.
can disconnect it and keep the hose put away somewhere else.
Exactly. So now what he's doing is connecting the other side of the quick connect to the hose. We had to get a reducer for that too because the hose is smaller.
And there seems to be a shortage of reducers, so we had to put in one that is galvanized instead of brass.
This one's stainless steel.
Oh, it's stainless?
It is.
Okay, that's that. And now I'm going to tighten this one.
But we are still going to check the connections, make sure there's no leaks.
Yes. Very important. No leaks. No leaks, no leaks, no leaks. Okay. All right, we are ready to test. And it's going to go together just like that.
Right.
Cool. You want to see a cool trick? Take a pair of pliers and you just twist.
Oh, nice.
They come right off.
The zip tie.
Isn't that neat?
Neato. So now to reinstall everything.
Yeah, that's going to look way better.
Yep.
Now let's see if when it's sticking straight out, does the door close?
No.
So we'll have to tilt it this way.
Yeah, it will have to be tilted.
Not much. Just a little bit. Probably
Like that.
about
That's
like
fine.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
looks good.
and so now I'm going to tighten that. Okay, it's tight. 7/8. We'll bring the hose up. Okay, tight. And here's the leak test. Okay, so everything's open. No more bubbles.
No more bubbles.
No bubbles. No bubbles.
Oh, I forgot there was a plunger on that one.
There's no bubbles.
No
We have no
bubbles.
leaks.
Yay!
Sweet.
Finally.
Okay, let's go get the tank and test this baby out.
Okay. Okay, so the reason why the extend a stay is because I can hook up my propane bottle and it will feed off of this, or either I can use this to fill my onboard tank. But this is much easier to deal with than having to take my whole rig in to fill up with propane. I can just take this to town and fill this up. It's definitely much easier. That's why this is the extend a stay, and that's the reason for it.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hook this male end into the tank, and then we're going to hook the quick disconnect up. And I've covered it with duct tape because we don't want to get any dirt inside there. That'll clog the propane appliances. So we're going to always take the tape off right before we plug it in. All right, got that tight. Pull our tape. Plug it in. All right. Now we're ready to turn it on. So we're going to open the valve.
Well, do you want to check and see if there's any more? Oh, well, that's right. It was already.
So if this was completely full and we tipped it upside down, you may get a tiny bit to go in, but it probably won't transfer anything.
Right. What am I at right now?
You're at about 1/3 of the tank, and this is
Okay.
about 1/3 of the tank.
Okay.
So, but there it is. It's hooked up.
Right.
And if you wanted to do...
So what I can do is cut off the main tank right here, and then it'll just feed off of this.
Right. Or what you can also do is you can leave your main valve open. Let's say that this tank is empty. Okay, and let's say we brought 5 full gallons. What we would do is we would turn this upside down and we would put it above the tank. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be draining liquid off of this tank, and the liquid will go straight in
to the
this
onboard.
tank. Right. Same way as if this tank was full, and in an emergency situation this was empty, we could hook this up. Same thing, you turn it upside down, and this tank you'll add about 3 gallons to this tank from the main tank.
Right.
So you have 3 different ways to use your extra bottle.
Awesome. I've been wanting this setup for a long time. Actually, since I had Panda, but I never did it. So, thank you, Ed.
You're welcome. All right, now we're going to turn it off and disconnect it. There's always going to be a little bit of propane left in the line.
Well, actually, I just want to leave it connected.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because I'm going to start, so that way I don't have to feed off of the thing. I'm going to cut the main tank off, and I'm just going to feed off of this.
Cool. Cool, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I want to thank y'all for checking out this DIY. I hope it helps. We'll see you next time. Until then, stay safe and onward bound. Love you guys out there. Bye for now. Mwah.